It's certainly been a while, 9 months, that's quite a long time. Hello everyone, this is Heavy Parabeetle. Today's video is part 1 on a series of tutorials about Tinker's Construct 3 for 1.19.2. God, that sounds wrong. Featuring the basics of tinkering in the Materials and You book. Yeah, I was really happy with the old ones, so I'm gonna redo them with the changes of Tinker's Construct on 1.19.2. Keep in mind, this series will also include the official add-on, Tinker's JSON Things. Mod pages are in the description. When you first spawn into a world with Tinker's Construct, you will find a book in your inventory titled Materials and You. This should teach you the fundamentals of the mod, but you watching this video right now tells me you're not exactly a fan of reading. The first three important tables to make are the Crafting Station, Part Builder, and Tinker Station, which allows you to craft, make parts, and create and modify tools respectively. Each table combines UI elements when together with a tab system. The Crafting Station acts very similarly to the crafting table. However, items can be stored inside the crafting grid and it can be linked with other stations. Patterns are very important to make, being required to make tool parts in the Part Builder. In the Part Builder, materials and patterns are consumed to create tool parts, with some parts consuming more material than others. The Tinker Station is where you will create and modify your first tools and armor. It has a tool slot, but only 3 item slots, which only allows for small tools and modifiers with 3 or less item ingredients. To make a tool in the Tinker Station, select the type you want to create in the left. After that, you will need to fill each slot with a specific tool part. Modifying is just as simple. Place the desired tool in the tool slot and supply the required items. While the position doesn't matter, the way the items are stacked does for most of them. Tools can have their parts replaced in the Tinker Station by placing the desired tool and the tool part you want to add. For tools with multiple of the same part, try different slots for different locations. Tools can also have a part recycled, provided they have no other modifiers aside from traits, by placing the tool in the part builder with patterns. Only one chosen part is recovered. However, higher durability levels give a higher chance of another random part being recycled. Tinker's Construct revolves around tools, so that's kind of the main point, Anyways, tools have a lot to them. You can make the parts out of different materials and modify them, which changes how the tool performs and is used. Materials are what tool parts are made out of, influencing their stats and adding a special modifier called a trait. The more parts you have of one material, the higher the level of the trait. Each material has a specific set of stats, which vary depending on the type of the part. The material of the head will flatly add upon the tool's base stats, affecting durability, melee damage, mining speed, and mining level. The tool's handle will instead multiply all the stats by a certain amount, which can either increase or reduce them. A tool's binding will not influence any stats by itself, only being able to add the material's trait. For range tools, bow limbs add or subtract a flat amount onto durability, draw speed, velocity, and accuracy. Grips multiply durability, as well as adding or subtracting accuracy, and funnily enough, adding melee damage. Bowstrings, like bindings, will only add its trait. For armor and shield materials, plating adds durability and armor, which changes based on the type of plating used, as well as armor toughness and blast resistance. Mails and shield cores both do not add any stats, only adding a trait. Modifiers can be applied to tools, which also influences stats and behaviors. A tool is limited to a certain amount of modifiers from the amount of vacant modifier slots. There are 5 types of modifiers, and 3 of them take up their own slot types. Upgrades are usually the most plentiful slots, and typically either boost a stat under a condition, or other small but notable changes. Abilities are powerful modifiers but have the least slots, with most tools only starting with 1 slot. These usually alter how a tool is used or adds a special function. Defense modifiers are focused on protecting the user, either by reducing damage or increasing survivability. Most defense modifiers usually protect against a specific source, or are only conditionally active. Traits do not have any slots nor can they be added normally. Instead, they are added by either the material of a tool part or by the tool itself. For tool parts, the level increases with the amount of parts of that material. Depending on the type of tool or part, a material may have different traits. Slotless modifiers do not take up any slots. These either add additional slots of other types, affect the tool's cosmetics, or affect the tool in a very specific, usually detrimental way. Repairing a tool is the same for every other tool, which is done either in the Tinker Station, Tinker's Anvil, or in crafting with a repair kit. A tool can only be repaired with either the material of its head or plate for multipart tools, or a specific material for non-multipart tools. A repair kit or large repair kit from Tinker's JSON Things can be made as a tool part, which can repair a tool in a crafting interface. Tinker's Construct has tools which are built around keeping you, the user, alive, as either armor, shields, or staffs. These are usually the only tools which start off with any defense slots. There are 3 sets of armor in Tinker's, or 5 if you include Tinker's Things. Tinker's Construct has 5 guidebooks: Materials and You, Puny Smelting, Mighty Smelting, Fantastic Foundry, and Tinker's Gadgetry, Encyclopedia too, but I forgot to include that, which all tackle a specific topic. Though again, since you're watching this video, there's a good chance that you don't really like reading. Thank you all for watching this video of mine. I hope you learned something new from it. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and if you have a problem or question about it, tell me why in the comments and I'll try to answer or fix it. I'll see you next time!